So the definition of compound interest is it's interest paid on both the initial investment and on previously earned interest. So the formula for compound interest, I'm going to write it down here. It's A equals P times 1 plus R over N to the power NT. So A is the total balance. P stands for the principal or initial amount. R stands for rate. N stands for the number of times compounded per year. And then T stands for time, total number of years. And you put this all together and you're able to calculate compound interest of something. So Dave invests $300 in an account with a 5% interest rate. If he makes no other deposits or withdrawals, find his account balance after 15 years if the interest is compounded with the following frequencies. So the total amount is the principal times 1 plus R over N power NT. So in this case, what we know is that our principal is 300. That's the initial amount. Our rate is 0.05 because it's 5% as a decimal. And then number of years will be T, so that's going to be 15. So what changes between the two of these is N. Semi-annually means that N is going to equal 2. It's going to be compounded twice. Monthly means N is going to equal 12. It's going to be compounded every month. With these pieces, we can go ahead and fill in our formula. So for A, we have 300 times 1 plus 0.05 divided by 2 raised to the 2/5 power. And then B, we have A equals 300 times 1 plus 0.05 divided by 12 raised to the 2 times... Oh, I already made a mistake. This is supposed to be 12 times 15 over here. Oopsies. There we go. All right. So A is either $6.29 and 27 cents for A, and then B, A is $6.34 and 11 cents. If $2,500 is deposited into a savings account earning 8% annual interest, how much will it be in the account at the end of 25 years if the interest is compounded with the following frequencies? Quarterly, daily. All right, so the amounts we know, our principal is $2,500. The number of years is 25, and then our rate is 0.08. So now we can go ahead and set up our equations. For part A, N will be 4 quarterly. For part B, N will be 365 for daily. So this is the way we can set it up. We have for A, the amount is 2,500 times 1 plus 0.08 divided by 4. And that is all raised to the power 4 times 25. And for part B, we have A equals 2,500 times 1 plus 0.08 divided by 365. And that's all raised to 365 times 25. So the amount for part A is $331.55. The amount for part B is $18,468.59. When Amelia turned 6, her grandparents opened a college savings account for her with an initial deposit of $500. It earns 3.2% interest compounded bi-monthly. If her grandparents make no other deposits or withdrawals, how much money will be in the account when Amelia can access it at the age of 18? So for this specific situation, it says, so bi-monthly means twice a month. So that means that N would be 24. Then P is 500, R is 0.032, and then T is 18 minus 6 is 12. So our amount is 500 times 1 plus 0.032 divided by the number of times 3, that's 24, raised to the power 24 times 12. So then this will end up being about 733.88 cents. Suppose a savings account offers a 0.4 interest rate compounded semi-annually. If Samantha opens an account with $750 and makes no other deposits or withdrawals, how much interest will she have earned after 10 years? So we know the principal is $750. We know that our rate is 0.004. We know that our number of years is 10. And then we know number of times per year is 2 because it's semi-annually. So we can set it up as 750 times 1 plus 0.004 divided by 2. And then the whole thing is going to be raised to the power 2 times 10. Then this is going to be 780.58. In 1990, Carter deposited $1,000 in an investment account that earns 2 3/8 interest, annual interest, compounded quarterly. If no other deposits or withdrawals were made, find the balance in 2025. So that's 35 years. So T's 35. The principal is 1,000, the starting amount. And then our rate, we just got to convert this to a fraction. So to do that, you can just literally type in the calculator 2 plus 3/8, and then that will equal 0.2375. So your amount would be 1,000 times 1 plus 0.02375 compounded quarterly. So number of times per year is 4. And then this whole thing is going to be raised to the power 4 times 35. This will end up being $2,290.55. So after this lesson, you should feel comfortable with computing compound interest given the information provided.